So today we delve into chapter 7, the woman, development, and the world. So our objective is to understand how global development models have historically marginalized women, identify ways women can be better involved, and focus on the role of global economic system. Essentially, we're exploring how current development approaches impact women and how we can better integrate them. So let's first look at the growth and development and its current challenges. Development deeply affects individual and global society, yet current models, often measured solely by economic growth like GDP, are severely limited. They fail to adequately address of critical issues such as global poverty, widespread environmental degradation, and growing water scarcity. These issues disproportionately affect vulnerable population, including women. So next, we examine women and the dominant economic system. So this prevailing system is heavily criticized as unsustainable and inherently destructive. It primarily benefits as a selected few while negatively impacts the majority, especially women. Further, it significantly increases global vulnerabilities, including those related to the climate change. So moving on to the colonialism, exploitation, and women. So the dominant Western model of development is deeply rooted in historical colonialism. This involved the systematic extraction of resources and exploitation of labor from colonized nations. Unfortunately, women in these colonized regions often bore and brunt of this exploitation and hardship.
Gender and development. Gender and development is a development approach that focuses on the socially constructed roles and relationships between men and women. It emphasizes gender equality and aims to address the root causes of gender inequality. Gender and development looks how poor relations between men and women affect access to resources, opportunities, and decision making. Gender and development supports policies and programs that promote women's empowerment and gender equality. It focuses on changing institutions, laws, and social norms that create inequality. Gender and development emerged in the 1980s as a response to the earlier women and development approach. Gender and development highlights that sustainable development can be achieved without gender equality. Agriculture and the values of development. Agriculture creates employment opportunities, especially in rural areas. It contributes to the national income and economic growth. Agriculture development helps reduce poverty, particularly among small-scale farmers. It enhances equity by improving income distribution in rural communities. Investment in agriculture supports overall national development goals. Women and food system. Women play a major role in food production, especially in developing countries. They are involved in planting, weeding, harvesting, and processing. Women contribute significantly to household, food security, and nutrition. They participate in local food markets and traders and vendors. Despite their contributions, women often face limited access to land, credit, technology, and training. Cultural and legal barriers can restrict women's ownership of land and resources. Empower women and food system improves agriculture productivity and community well-being. Organizations like Food and Agriculture's Organization and Women promote gender equality in agriculture and food system.
What is pro-women? This perspective challenges development models that view women merely as economic inputs or passive recipients, advocating instead for valuing women's intrinsic worth, traditional knowledge, and active participation in shaping development. Pro-women describes support for the empowerment, equality, and well-being of women in social, economic, and political spheres. It advocates for women's rights such as equal pay, safety from violence, and leadership opportunities, and is used to describe actions that lift women up, whether through professional mentorship, anti-discrimination policies, or personal advocacy. Women Culture and Development, also known as WCD, is a paradigm in development studies that emerged in the late 1990s and 2000s as a critical postmodernist and third world feminist response to previous approaches like women and development and gender and development. The chapter concludes by reinforcing that the existing patriarchal development system needs fundamental re-evaluation. Women are central to creating sustainable, just societies, and their voice must be heard and integrated into all development narratives.